Happy Monday. All right, today we're going to do something maybe a little unorthodox. We're going to create a video here for my good friend Giorgio, who's been doing some work for Blueprint for a while now, and he's now just graduated. He's looking for a job here and doing a bunch of data stuff. And so I'm basically going to build a workflow. The police are already coming for me because this video is going to be so hot. I don't know if you could hear that. So I'm going to build a workflow for him about how he can basically do some AI job prospecting. So we're going to use my Blueprint Intent tool to start with this, and then I'm going to, at low scale, walk you through this process. I may bring this into Clay. I haven't decided yet. It depends on how far we get in this video. But you're going to see my thought process. I'm going to talk you through it, and you'll kind of see how it's really important at low scale to build these processes. You can do it with ChatGPT or Claude, and Claude's better if there's copy involved. And if you can crack it at low scale, then actually implementing Clay is not actually that difficult. So let's dive in. So we're going to start with, so this is Giorgio here. He's looking for a role, remote. He's amazing. He's dedicated. He loves data. So I want to give you a sense. So we're going to sign into my jobs product. This is where we've got 3.8 million jobs posted in the last 90 days. And I want to sort these jobs by jobs that are going to be a good fit for him. So fully remote. Let's talk about sales data. I'm just thinking about keywords that he's going to care about here. Data, account research, automation. Just put in Clay there just in case. Sales tools. Let's just start here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to entry or intern. I'm going to do just the sales department here. Maybe more. No, just sales. And let's just do the United States. Generally, he's only going to be working at these smaller companies. Probably, let's search technology, SaaS. These are the company descriptions. So they talk about technology, SaaS, B2B, app, software. Now I could do by company industry, but I just like these keywords usually better. Okay, so 1,500 jobs, and you can see data entry, online, like research and identify potential leads. So marketing intern, account research, market research. So you can kind of see actually these are like perfect jobs for him. Test automation, software, account executive, maybe sales support specialist. These are good fits, I think. So what we're going to do is we don't have too many jobs here. So do I want to export this? Maybe I'll actually let's just pop this into Claude now. Let's just take a handful of jobs. Let's log in. I always skip busy work with Claude. That's a great tagline. Come on. Did I pay? Okay. All right. Let's now, I don't know why they don't have an audio model here. This is one thing I like about ChatGPT better, but fortunately I got my good old friend Super Whisper. I'm always using Sonnet. I'm not using Opus because I think their model Sonnet is both less expensive, although you're not paying for much here, and it's faster. So I'm always using 3.5 Sonnet. Unless I'm doing large-scale research tasks, then I'm using Haiku. Haiku is actually quite good, and it's very expensive. But for this particular project, we're going to use Sonnet. These are job descriptions that I think could benefit from AI automation and research. What I'm looking to do is create a table with a 2-sentence summary of the job description in one column. And in the second column, I want 3 bullet points with 5 to 30 words each about first begin with the manual way they're doing something. So instead of manual way, you could, and then automated way. So how can AI be used in an automated way to solve some of these problems? So for each job in the table, create 6 bullet points. The first 3 bullet points I want under a subheading that's like the manual way that people would traditionally do this and how many hours it would take to do that. And then the next set of 3 should be the automated way with AI and how many hours that would save per month. Do this for every job pasted below. All right. So all I'm trying to do is really provide this employer some ideas about how they should probably not be having a person do this without AI. And Giorgio is like really well capitalized to be able to do this. Okay, this is, see, this will scroll. God, ChatGPT is actually just much better with tables. Okay. Just print out the manual versus automated section, not in a sections, not in a table, so I can read each one. So that's interesting that Claude actually knew that it stopped intentionally. Yeah, okay. This is good, but it's not specific enough. So one of the things that I'm going to do here is go to ChatGPT, summarize everything about all of the capabilities of Clay.com. Now search the web for public posts and search their website for use cases and tutorials, and summarize and talk about what you can actually do with it. Make sure to summarize everything about the Claygent. So all I'm doing here is I want to give I want this to be more specific. So that's the challenge here, is that none of this is specific enough to make the message really credible. And I want to make sure that Giorgio can be credible. This is I probably should have started with ChatGPT. Yeah, okay. So all I'm going to do is take all this context and paste it into... Now, I don't know what ChatGPT's text limit is, but one of the things I like about Claude is it tells me how far over the limit I am, which is like really, really helpful for knowing exactly how much context I can pipe in. Great. I think that Clay.com could be a great use for a lot of these cases. What I want you to do is actually rewrite the manual approach and the automated approach. The manual approach, I want it to be so fucking absolutely specific to this company. And the automated approach, I want you to be as specific as possible. So the person reading this should know that it is absolutely related to that company. You can even, remember, you know things about these companies, so you can write sentences about their prospects or like actual tasks that you might do. So don't say things like manually research and identify potential leads. Talk about the ideal customer profile here, or talk about what they would manually research at that company based on the company description. So redo this And for the automated approaches, give some actual things that you can do with the tool clay.com. And for the manual approaches, tell me specific things that someone might do for that company alone. Now redo it with this context. I'm going to try to, I'm at time 10 minutes in. I'm going to try to finish this video in before 15 minutes. Otherwise, LinkedIn won't let me upload the whole thing. So all I'm trying to do here, great. Yeah, this is much better, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this is much better. So, okay, now what I want you to do is rewrite these bullets to be shorter and more specific. And evaluate them from the lens of David Ogilvy and Ernest Hemingway, and redo these so that the person reading them will suspect that the writer took hours and hours and hours of research to write these really great sentences, and that they're ultra compelling in the style of Robert Cialdini. But make sure that they communicate a lot of words without using a lot of words. Now redo this task. So all I'm trying to do here is get to and I'm going to finish this off in a second here, but basically what I want to do is to get to a process to be able to output this data. This is great. Pen, each a digital open. Yeah, okay. This is like a little bit. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit too silly. I like the 200, 100 emails a day, but I don't need novella length or odes or words like kingdoms. Don't do any of that crap. I want you to communicate with a graduate level degree here. And don't use any cliches, and keep all of the numbers. And I also want you to say, like, don't put the hours on the timeline, put it on the manual work, 30 hours per month or whatever. So sum up the monthly hours in the manual and then sum up the time savings with clay.com and give me that. Okay, so you see what I'm doing? I'm taking the job description data, and it's really great context. Now, what I would do with Clay too is I would actually get some more information. I would go scrape the company's website, so I'd have more context. Yeah. Yes, this is great. So you can see now what Giorgio is going to be able to do here. We're going to give him, we're going to export this list. And then actually I'm going to pass this video off to him so he can create a video that takes the work that I've done to date and then shows you how to automate this in Clay. So we're going to then take this list. I'm going to give him this list here. You can sign up to be a Blueprint Intent customer for $500 a month and, download to your heart's content. And now, actually we should just do last 30 days to know the job is like still updated. Great. This is probably better. So now we have a good understanding of the jobs here that are good fits for him, that he can write some personalized messages for. And we basically then create a prompt. So let's actually, what I'm going to do next is like, I got it. Now create a prompt that I can put in one job description, and it will give me the manual and automated output for each job in the exact way that you have done. So sum up all of the context here and give me a prompt. All right, LinkedIn's going to cut me off, so I got to finish this. But basically now Giorgio can take this prompt, input it into Clay, and do this programmatically and send a really good message about his candidacy automatically online. Happy Monday, everyone. Giorgio, off to you.